Hi, everyone. Hello. Hello, everybody. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒂𝒏𝒕. Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Come on in, say hello. Come on in, say hello. Come on in, say hello. Come on in. Am I not doing that one? Hi, everyone. Hello, Mr. Tola. How are you? Immigration done. Miss Pip. What do you mean, Mrs. Solomon? I'm not sure what you're asking. But anyway, I hope you're keeping well. Hello, Mr. Rahman. How are you? Hi, everybody. Kaleo. Hello, Miss Abina. How are you? I can guarantee she's on here. Let me see. Okay, she's about to. Hi, Facebook family and TikTok. Miss Esther, how are you? Okay, so you using Jesus as your screen name or your name is Jesus? Which one is it? Hello, Miss Illinois Sanctuary. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Come on in, say hello. Come on in, say hello. What's going on, people? I mean, that's all we can do. He is forever faithful. Thank you. He is forever faithful. I love you so much. I wish I had yours now. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Can I show Instagram people? Okay. I think it's my connection. Hi, everyone. Say hello when you come on. If this is your first time, you are welcome. Um, Welcome to Immigration Live Show, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. That will be 9:30 p.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and whatever other time zone you're in, it'll be lower long. Americans, because we got to have one time zone Uruguay. From Kano to Lagos is the same thing, but America has to be different. And then those who decide to do daylight savings or not daylight savings or spring forward and spring backwards or fall back, it's confusing. It's bad enough y'all have, they have like 200 time zones, and then you gotta fall back and spring forward. But anyway, you get the point. This is Attorney Abisola Adebola Olale, immigration attorney based in Alabama, but representing immigration clients in all 50 states. If you got an immigration case, if it's a case that we can represent you in, please contact our office, 334-341-4475. Hello, my Babylonia. It's night and day. Somehow I just turned 40 5.5 years ago. 5 years and 8 months ago. And it was like, I mean, yesterday I was still saying okay. And today is like, absolutely positive space. So if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm an immigration attorney. I represent immigration clients in all states. It doesn't matter what states you live in. Immigration is federal practice, and we get calls of people like, I actually help me with divorce. No. Immigration is the only thing, one of the federal areas of law that is federal practice where you can represent immigration clients in any state. So it doesn't matter if you're living in Pennsylvania or California or Texas or Iowa. I was going to say someone finds in Iowa. I actually do have clients in Iowa. The first person that comes to my mind is Mr. Peter, because I was going to say, who lives there? Yeah, Africans live there. Yeah. So, yeah. So any state you live in, our contact number is 334-341-4475. You can also text us to that same number. It's the same number on WhatsApp as well. And Go on our website, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Very, very easy to browse. And you'll find lots of resources, information about immigration, links to USCIS website, forms, fee calculator. It's a whole lot that you can't, visa bulletin. What else? Filing fees calculator. What else do we have? The filing the priority date charts. You name it. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Easy to browse. And you will thank me later, because I have an attention span of a 2-year-old. So if I want a website, I need to be able to know exactly what I'm looking for, where I am on that page, and I know what I'm looking for. It was too cumbersome, I'm out. So we made it very, very easy to browse. So tonight we are going to do questions, because I didn't have time. I didn't plan questions tonight. But I was thinking, okay, I think we've done 2 or 3 prior shows before today that were topic and then questions. So today, let's do questions. Number 1. And number 2, because I just didn't have the time to prepare anything. It should be told. They have the time to prepare, because it's a crazy week. But I'm telling you, I've seen, sometimes when I tell people that I've seen God in action, sometimes it's just the things that God decides to do when he decides to silence all opposition so that his name alone be praised and magnified. There will be no confusion who is in charge. And so it's a blessing. Hello, Mr. It's okay. It's a blessing to start the week that way. So what are we talking about tonight? It's got immigration issues on your mind. Let's talk about that. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Please subscribe YouTube channel at all platforms. You okay, baby? You having a cold? Nah. All platforms at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration. We will be glad. Yes, please. Thank you, Ms. Adena. Most important, please do not repeat your questions. Please do not. That if I say repeat a question, I'm going to skip the question altogether and just jump to the next. And so please do not repeat your questions, and please be patient. I try to go through all 4 platforms and just circle back if we still have some time. So just put your questions in the comment section, and I will try to get to them. But follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Subscribe to YouTube channel at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration. I think if you put this in lawyer on TikTok, my face comes. Someone told me that. I was like, oh, really? Okay. But we do not take for granted your support. I don't. That much I can tell you. And for those who entrust their cases with us, we thank you for the privilege to represent you. It is. I was talking to another immigration attorney today, and it's amazing how it is very tasking. It's very tasking. It's very, very draining mentally. And then couple that with a lot of us are parents. Like I already said, I'm a full-time mom, and in my spare time I practice law. That is the truth of the matter, because this last weekend was all about soccer tournament. And so I'm just literally getting back to work yesterday. But, that's what it is. America didn't present like 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. I don't know. But I can it's been like 200 years ago. But you can see I'm sorry, drop boy. You see, no. It's you and your nose and everywhere on the way. Hello, fine Shandy. On the way to the tournament, 2 hours away, one way. I love my ways. I love my football. I continue the busiest unpaid athlete, temporarily unpaid, because my make go with this all go back and forth. But anyway, it is very draining, but it's also very rewarding and fulfilling. Hello, fine Shandy. How are you? Everybody saying something. All the girls are here. Let's see how peaceful it's going to be. Anyway, once again, it's all at 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 Immigration, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Please visit all our pages. We would very much appreciate it. Put your questions in the comment section on all the platforms wherever you are. And anyone who is interested in having, let's see if we have the time for that. if you're interested in having a live consultation, that would be so. For all those who, because we get tons of that each day, especially on WhatsApp and calls. WhatsApp, not WhatsApp and social media. WhatsApp, social media, but you know what I mean. Where you say, okay, I just have one quick question. This is the forum for the quick question. This is it. So if you contact, Isaiah, Lydia, whoever it is, and say, hey, can you ask? And they ain't going to ask me that, because I already told them nobody should ask me no question, because I'm paying I'm in control of the payroll. So don't ask me nothing. So here's where you ask the questions and get the answers. General information, disclaimer, general information, nothing specific to anyone's case. If you need something more specific to your case, please schedule a consultation. We'll be glad to answer your questions for you. But let's go. You can answer the question of Olaboyo Oluwashim. Did you hear me say that I get to questions one at a time? I'm sure you heard that, right? It's like you're talking to people and they're not even listening. That's what I just said very clearly. So if you're not going to be patient, that's fine. And just so I reiterate, this is a positive space. I'm very friendly with the block button. That's it. So please be respectful of this space. There's a whole lot of issues going on negatively in the world. That's fine. We don't do that here. If you come with anything negative, you're going to be blocked. Very simple. Anyway, all right, let's go. Let's get started. I will start on. Thank you, Miss Athena. Yes, and please kindly like and subscribe on YouTube channel. That would be very much appreciated. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Miss Merther. How are you? All right. Mario says my marriage-based green card is pending since 2020. Oh, wow. Does requesting for FOIA impact one's case? No, it does not. If anything, I always advise that there's no reason, unless you have a complete copy of your file and you know exactly what was submitted, especially for those, if you're someone who's just submitting your case for the first time, you don't have any prior history with USCIS, and so you're submitting your case for the first time and you've got a complete copy of your file, that's the only time I always say, maybe you don't necessarily need to do a FOIA request. But if you've had something filed for you in the past, or you worked with somebody who wasn't a lawyer and you didn't know that you should keep a copy of your file, or for whatever reason you don't have access to your complete record, please, by all means, do a FOIA request of your record so you know what is going on and that no surprises that USCIS is going to spring on you, right? That's one of the reasons I always recommend a FOIA request. It does not negatively impact your case, but there may be other issues that's making your case pending for 4 years. The default excuse for USCIS is we're doing some security background check. But if you've made several inquiries, you have contacted your congressperson, senator to help you out, you've done an ombudsman inquiry request to them, and nothing has generated any movement, then please understand the only other option you would have is to file a lawsuit against USCIS so that you can get some action on your case. So that's basically what you may have to do, Mario. And if you have an attorney on your case, talk to your lawyers to the options. In fairness to attorneys, there's only so much we can do. And, when it gets to the point where you've exhausted all those options, then you just have to be ready to file a lawsuit against USCIS. Okay. Step-parent abused by ex-wife kid, U.S. citizen. He was under 16 when married, and now after 21 years, what evidence needed for VA and his citizenship after green card 3 or 5 years? Thanks. So I cannot tell you what evidence you need. That's something you sit down with a lawyer or you retain a lawyer services for that. Citizenship for parents, it's still going to be the same thing. which is 5 years. There's no 3 years because you're a citizen, parent of a citizen. It's going to be 5 years after you get your green card on the valid case. Hello, Miss Tina. How are you? Hello, Miss Giwa. How are you? Thank you for letting God use you to transform the lives of immigrants. Okay, see, it's been a very emotional day. So, don't push me over the edge. It's been a very emotional day. And we'll talk about that at the end of it, but sometimes you're just in awe of God's goodness that it just overwhelms you. It doesn't mean that see, if I could wave a magic wand and have all cases approved, that would just be, I mean, you get a green card, you get a green card kind of thing. But it doesn't happen that way. That's not the truth. I always tell people I can never guarantee the outcome of your case, never. But I can guarantee you that I've done everything I can possibly humanly do. But when God decides to surprise you and just favor, because I'm thinking about this case, the history of the case, and what my client has been through, and her son being involved in this, and just God deciding just like that he's going to transform their lives. I mean, I literally call this when I tell you guys that sometimes I'm more excited about my clients getting green card. Y'all, I'm a citizen. It's going to be 10 years this September I've been a citizen. But it's a refreshing feeling. Like I'm not even kidding you. And I'm not trying to be like, dramatic. No. I literally was hyperventilating and I didn't even know, because it's been quite a journey for this lady. She had to be calming me down this morning. Like, okay. That's it. She had to calm me down. I called her like 6. I was literally getting ready for work because I dropped TJ in school and then head to work. It was like 6:15 a.m. because I looked at my email, and I hardly checked my email that early. Well, for whatever reason, I don't know, I just picked up my phone. Something was like, maybe, I don't know. I just looked at the email. That was the first thing my eyes caught. And like, we ordered your new phone. I'm like, what? But anyway, and thank you, Ms. Gill. I said, don't push me. But and thank you. But from that, it's just never give up. Just never give, because you just never know. You never know who God is going to use to favor you. You never know when somebody says no. An officer already denied the darn case. They already, sent the appeal. They already, reviewed it, and they didn't reconsider the decision and forwarded to the appeals office. The appeal was received on the last day, February 8th, 2023, the very last day of the 90-day extension. But God. But anyway, let's keep going. All right, let me go on TikTok. Okay. Thank you, Yemitus. Eshigani. Okay. Can Congressman help to expedite your valid case? I'm matched in medical residency. My V is okay, something is missing there. But you can ask them to help you expedite, or talk to your lawyer. I usually do that for my clients if you pay, because it's not a standard service, it's an added service. So if you do that, if you want to do that, it's an email to them with affidavits and supporting evidence to show why you want to expedite that. So that's something if you have a lawyer, talk to me about doing that. If not, then you can always ask, inquire whether or not your congressperson can help you do that. Okay. Much love and respect from Washington, D.C. Hello, Diallo. How are you? Thank you. Is it easier to process green card DV lottery in the U.S. or abroad when you win? If you are in valid status and eligible to adjust status in the country, it's not like it's easy, it's faster, rather than waiting at the embassy for interview dates and all that. But you still have to be eligible to adjust status while you are physically present in the United States. How many letters of affidavits do you need for a marriage-based green card? I usually say if you can get at least two, at least three, four, um, don't be excessive with it. But that's obviously going to be in addition to other evidence you have, unless you don't really have anything else. Then that's why affidavits really make up the bulk of your evidence. What happens when someone refuses to grant immigration officers interview when they do home visit? You're not required. Actually, I always tell people that if they don't show you that they have a warrant for your to come into your home, there's nothing that says you've got to let them in. The reason why a lot of people let them in is because you don't know what they're going to go decide. There's nothing that says you've got to let them in, especially if they're going to see something that's going to negatively impact your case. That's the time you tell them, show me a warrant, or I'm going to call my lawyer. We can stand outside. You can ask me questions, but unless someone has a search warrant coming to your house, nothing says they have to come in. They're going to make you understand or make you feel like if you don't let them come in, then it's going to affect your case. We're just going to make a decision based on that. That's the strategy they use. But nothing, and they cannot use the fact that you refuse for them to come into your home as a reason to deny your case. No, that's not what the law is. The law is you've got to show that you've got sufficient bona fide evidence. And so preponderance of the evidence is not based on them being denied access to your home. Anything about how long processing times, please go on uscis.gov/processing times to find out how long a petition or application is taken. Can you file naturalization while waiting on the decision to remove the conditions of your residency? Generally, yes. And this is Ghost DNA. Can you please not repeat your question? Your question is like yes, thank you. Hello, and I wanted to thank you for the counsel you have helped my nephew with again. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. What's your nephew's first name? About time I washed my hair, I'm telling you. I was supposed to wash my hair this past weekend, but mommy duties called. It was like, here goes hair wash day. Yeah. I filed a motion to terminate removal proceedings based on an approved I-130 since a month ago. That's not, that's nothing. Something depends on the OPLE office you're dealing with. It depends on whether or not they even have a trial attorney assigned to your case. And sometimes some courts, some DHS offices actually will wait until you actually have a court date and you close to the court date before they even grant you anything. So 1 month, that's not even anything. Okay. All right, Ghost DNA. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take you out of this because you've populated the entire thing with your question. That is very unfair. I checked the court hearing date, and my hearing date disappeared, and other side saying case is pending. So what's your question? We have hired another attorney, and we're filing a suit to get him a court date. He's been in there 2 years. We've hired another attorney. We're filing a suit to get him. I'm trying to think of what this is. Email me because I cannot make out. Hired another attorney to get him a court date. He's been in there 2 years. The only person I can think of is Miss A. Does his name start with A? Does his name start with A? Okay. Okay, let's see. And there's nothing that's been charged or indicted on, so we're going to see what's up. Still cannot make it. Listen, y'all, I see so many people. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Pastor Mike. How are you? What should I do if my requests for evidence for I-45 takes 6 months? Okay, so let's address that. I think I've addressed that before. Let me just be clear. There is absolutely no set period that says USCIS has to. Now, people will say 120 days, 180 days. No, because because the sent your request for evidence does not mean they've got 180 days to adjudicate your case. There are some set times. For instance, they will tell you that if you do an I-290B with the Administrative Appeals Office, it should take about 6 months. It ain't taking 6 months. So sometimes it's less than that. It just depends. And sometimes it's more. I've got cases where were adjudicated in less than 5 months. I mean, they have cases with the pending over 6 months. That's just what it is. But RFE, there are a lot of factors to determine when, how long it's going to take, how detailed was that RFE to start with, and did you have sufficient? And sometimes, even though you've got a response to an RFE, they still may be wanting to make an unannounced visit to your home. There are a lot of factors that go into how long it's going to take them once you send in a response to your RFE. So there's nothing set in stone. Okay, so same thing on that one. If your U.S. citizen spouse has once committed a misdemeanor, can it affect your green card application? Generally, petitioners, meaning U.S. citizens, spouses, the fact that they've got a criminal history does not prevent them from being petitioners. However, there are certain crimes that they can be convicted of that will prevent them from ever filing for someone. Such crimes include offenses listed under the Adam Walsh Act, sexual offenses. So the fact that it's something is a misdemeanor does not change if it's listed as one of those offenses against minor children, and whether it's a felony or misdemeanor, it doesn't matter. So as long as it's not one of those, even someone who's been convicted of armed robbery doesn't stop the person from filing an I-130 petition on behalf of a spouse. Do you take asylum cases? Yes, we do. Okay. Can I get married after VA approved and I-45 pending? Yes, you can. I usually advise against that, but sometimes that happens. And I'm smiling because one of my clients who were expecting her green card got willing within the next 1 week, 2 weeks, because it's been ordered ready. Had the VA approved last year, and they were expecting a child, and she just did not want to have the child without being married. So that's one of the very, very few cases I said, you know what, okay, I get it. Because the law is very clear, as long as you don't get married before the VA the VA petition is approved, the I-360, then you're fine. If the marriage occurs after your I-360 approval, before your I-45 approval, it doesn't revoke your approval in any way. I just am more comfortable if you just wait it out and just be done. That's just me. Hello, Mr. Obioma. How are you? How is Tampa, Florida treating you? Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go on Instagram. Let's see if anything on this one. Okay. Hello, Mr. Chinedu. How are you? Get you now. All right. Let us go on Instagram. Yeah, Instagram people. Joe. Wait. Y'all serious? Okay, now. Joe. Let's see. Immigration Don us Pepe. Mr. Solomon, I think you mean immigration don't pay us. Right? My pigeon is not that good, but from Columbus, Ohio. Hello, how are you? Amadu, how are you? How long does OPT EAD premium processing take? I think it's 30 days. Don't quote me there, but I think it is. We're on time, Mr. Bennett. Yes, we are. Take that to the bank. We are on time. Now what? The next one. Hello, Sonia. How are you? Let's see. Girl, the demos. Yes, once again, just a reminder that we represent immigration clients in all 50 states. Let's see. Make sure that I did not miss. Okay, how was that? Okay. Oh, my photo. Yeah, literally went to Houston, Texas for a photo shoot. I did. And I did. But so okay, my party from forever. I mean, I haven't seen it in decades, but once in a while we keep in touch and all. It. There's some people where you see each other and it's like you saw them yesterday, even though you haven't seen them in years, right? That's Kay. We used to call him Snoopy. Like I'm just laughing because remembering college is wild. Thank you for Jesus. I'm telling you, let's praise the Lord. It's like, those kind of things you can't tell your kids. You can't tell your mama either. But you're thinking in your head like, but for the grace of God. God know you. But those people who know your escapades and we're there with you. And you're sitting here like, what? So he's got this photography business now in Houston, Texas, and Focus Photography. So y'all in Texas, Houston, even surrounding Katy, and then drive down from Dallas, y'all are going to have a blast. Because and need patience me. That's a photography you want. And the photos came out but beyond what I expected. Obviously, it's not free because that's business expense, if you know what I mean, right? But yes, it was just then. But the biggest part of it was being able to see him and meet his kids and his wife. His wife is just gorgeous. Can someone apply for EB2 national interest waiver without having his master's from a developed country? There's a requirement that your master's has to be from a developed country. The requirement is that it is the equivalent of a master's degree in the United States. Or equivalent of that is going to be a bachelor's degree in addition to 5 years of work experience. How do you remember all this stuff? Just like a doctor, just like y'all, whatever you guys. I mean, a lot of people are in healthcare. I even know the money 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒕 injection. What they had, all those medical names, I can't even pronounce half of any of them. Besides, Tylenol is acetaminophen. Why are the names long in healthcare? Like, why can't they be just short names? Like, help or something. College drugs, something. Why must it be all that long English? But I enjoy what I do. I really do enjoy what I do. So it's what this dedication and just having the interest to learn what you do. I guess that's what it is. Do you have the EB2 national interest with it? Yes, I do. Disclaimer: general information, nothing specific to anyone's case. Can you apply for EB2 national interest waiver while on the visiting visa in the United States? Yes, you can. The question you really want answered is, how long is it going to take you to apply to become eligible to apply for a green card? It's one thing to apply for an EB2 national interest waiver, which is the I-140 petition. It's another thing to actually apply for the green card based on an approved I-140 petition. And right now, USCIS is working on cases that were received in February 2023. That means unless you filed your green card, your national interest waiver case before February 2023, there's about, give or take, a 14-15 month wait. So if you're here on a visitor visa, a couple of things you want to keep in mind. USCIS is going to look into, especially if you file within the first 90 days. That's going to be a problem for you, because then it's going to look like you misrepresented the reason why you came into the country, and they may bring that up as an issue when you apply for the green card if you're still here up until that time. That's number one. Number two, in order for you to become eligible to apply for the green card in the country, you must maintain a non-immigrant status up until your priority date becomes current. Priority date is the date that you submit your I-140 petition. So, hope that helps. You really pressed on next with those things. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Sorry. What's sorry in Hausa language? Right? 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Sorry. What's sorry in Hausa language? Can you sorry? I should know, but hey. Okay. Let's see. Okay. As in, my sister thought this was enough. I'm in my 30s. I can like, but reality hit me. So my girlfriend and I were talking, and so she's going to be 48 this year, and I was like, and then we were talking about another, not talking behind, but because her name is, let's just say B. I don't want to call her full name, but back in school in FGGC Akure, Auntie Annie, that she was only 2 years older than me. Fast forward to 2024, watching school, social media, and lo and behold, I saw this Auntie B turned 50 this year. I was like, no. See, I don't 419, I don't like. I thought you told me we were like in the same. How come we're in the same class? We should 4.5 years, Auntie about me, because. But anyway, so as we're talking, my other friends like, don't don't make yourself feel good, because your ass, excuse my French, is only 4 years away from 50. I was like, But hey, listen, call on the grace, as long as we don't look it. But the agent is a blessing. There are many people who want to be here. Agent is a blessing. Oh my God. And yes, that's the one I want you to. Yes, if you're 45 and above, let's see you bend on those knees. Let's see you bend down. Or even if you're not 45 and you don't have, and you can't bend and stay on your knees for that long, I don't know what to say. But please, I have a felony case, but my I-130 has been approved. I need help. So we can schedule a consultation, discuss your case, and see if you have any waiver that will be available to you. If you call our office at 334-341-4475, or go on our website and you can schedule directly. They're very, very straightforward. And so they can't guarantee you anything. I don't know, there's a lot of categories of criminal charges that may prevent you from getting a green card, aggravated felony, crimes involving moral turpitude. Hopefully something that a waiver can take care of. Just want to say I love your energy, Yasura. Thank you. Appreciate that. 𝒂𝐐𝐫𝐞 negative, you should collect rapture. Oh my God. Financially, that's a new one. I'm going to use that one. Oh Lord Jesus, these girls are something. This is for the best. Oh Lord. If you have a final hearing for your removal proceedings for asylum coming up in August and you just got married to a citizen, what's your advice as a lawyer? Sit down with the lawyer and figure out how to either have your case administratively closed based on the fact that your marriage, talk to a lawyer about filing I-130 if you've not filed it. Obviously, you've got to do about exemption affidavit because you're in removal proceedings. You got to sit down with the lawyer. No, because the purpose of anything, no, it was really for my, because I haven't had professional photos taken because y'all have to understand, I have the attention span of 2 years. So if you're going to really get my attention, please understand you must have a lot of patience with me. Okay, God bless his heart. He was just smiling because it was like, until your teaching. So, but I needed to update, our website photos and all that. So it was nothing fishy. But then we can also put them on dating websites. Abi, see, my brother is waiting to accept highest paid dowry. Let's go. That's all. Nothing else. Okay. Is there a status called pending adjustment of status? No. It just means that you have a pending green card application. That's when they show they had her talking. Thank you. She will sleep differently tonight. She told me when I talked to her later that she goes, I had to call out of work because I don't even know how to feel. And I'm like, I can imagine. So yeah. How can you get emergency visa for a family member whose brother passed away here in the United States? We want his sister to attend the funeral. Go ahead and submit what's it called? The visa application, and then request to have it expedited based on that basis, and submit your supporting evidence for that. Another option you can consider is to file a humanitarian parole application, which is still going to be an I-131 with supporting evidence with that, and see if that works. And maybe they would grant the person humanitarian parole. My mama's here. I did 263. Hey, mama. Everybody say hello to my mama. 𝒑𝒂𝒔𝐴𝒄. And then 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, mommy. That's my mama. Well, mama, thank you. How long does it take for advance parole to be approved if filed separately, please? USCIS the gov/processing times. She's about to. I didn't know grandma was here. She's already heard it. But listen, I got my mouth from my mama, so put it on the dating website and say, hey. My brother's birthday is coming up on Thursday. That's my older brother. He's going to be 47. Wow, why you think so 50? I'm telling you. How are you? What's in 50? But hey, she's here. She's heard it. Well, what do you want to do? It is what it is. I saw it on here. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. Can an asylee file for adjustment of status once I-140 has been approved after filing for EB2 national interest waiver? Why would asylee need to file adjustment of status based on EB2 if you're already an asylee? Unless you mean you have asylum application pending. Not that you've been granted asylum. There's a big difference. Asylee is someone who has already been granted asylum, and based on the grant of asylum, you can actually apply for your green card within the year. Asylum pending is you just have an application pending and you're waiting for an interview. So if you want to clarify that, because there's no reason why you would have an opportunity to file for green card as an asylee and then wait to file another petition. That's not adding up. Someone said they're turning the serious age this year. Haha. Hello, Miss Aminat. How are you? 𝒂𝒐𝒓𝒌𝒊𝒕. Not the dating website. But yeah, let me walk away. I'm pictures video. I'm telling you soon. So the other week, what's the other week that I canceled today? Yeah, it's a lot of work. That's the thing for me. It's a lot of work because I'm always thinking if I have free time, because I work a lot. So if I have free time, I really don't want anyone in my space. My mama thinks I'm crazy, but that's just me. I'd rather just Netflix and chill by myself. I am my own best company. And if you cannot be your own best friend, then you've got to enjoy your own company. Doesn't mean you shouldn't, nobody's an island, but I should be in the making. Oh, Lord Jesus. I agree with you, billionaires. Yes, let's go. Healthy credit score is only with apply within. We have standards. I'm not sure you practice F1. Can you kindly recommend any lawyer you know? I'm not sure I have confidence in you. I'm saying, what do you need F1 for, Miss Tammy? I do F1. F1 is international student visa, and God knows how many I've done as far as people changing from B1, especially changing from B1 to F1. So I do quite an array of areas in immigration. Well, what would you need it for? Okay. Resend you the mail with the pictures. Resend you the mail with the pictures. I don't know what that is. I'll see it later on. Just submitted EOS hasn't been received. Military parole in place is to expire. What should I do? Wait to wait to receive the receipt notices. So y'all keep in mind that USC has had a lot of applications this last 3 weeks, especially with the fee increase. So there will be some delay in getting receipt notice. I think we've got all our cases back except 2 cases during that rush period, and it's just a matter of waiting. You will get it. Just be patient. What are the chances for I-730 to be granted for someone in court? Removal proceedings. If the person has bona fide or prima facie evidence to be able to successfully do it, to terminate proceedings, I can't even answer that question because there's a whole lot of information that needs to be had. So what the chances you can have on that case would be to best discuss sitting down with a lawyer and figuring out what the chances are. I actually meant pending asylee case. Okay, so not asylee case. So pending asylum. Asylee is a status. So that means asylee is someone who has already been granted asylum status. So asylee is someone who's gone for an interview and they granted their application or they got asylum status in court. So you mean asylum pending. Can you adjust? If you're not in any valid status, then you would not be eligible to adjust even if you've got an approved I-140. Filed my VAR green card EAD in October 2024. You mean 2023? I'm hoping that doesn't, because I did October 2024. But I got my EAD this month. Is there any hope for the green card coming earlier? The VAR petition by itself is going to take 3 years. So depending on what year it is, because you put 2024. The VAR petition itself will take about 3 years for it to be approved. And in 3 years, it's not like, okay, to wait 3 years, you can contact USCIS. No, it doesn't work that way. The 3 years is when the 3 years, you have to put in your priority date, and they'll tell you the earliest time you can make inquiries about your case. So before you even get to green card, that's what you have to handle first of all. Okay, all right, so let's see. Let me go back here. Does your office accept walk-ins? No. Your workings are welcome to you. No, we do not. I don't do my primarily I do consultations virtually. If I ever do, I can't remember the last time I did an in-person consultation. Really, even for those who are in Alabama, I just don't, unless it's something where I think it's a group of people that, or not a group, but someone who needs translation or something. But hardly do I do that. It's got to be virtually, and you have to schedule the pay and before you can schedule. So we don't do workings at all. Checking my case online and seeing case approved, does that mean that my VAR has been approved, but I just received my EAD and parole documents? I cannot answer that question because I have no know nothing about your case. Okay. I sent you an email. Okay. I will get to, as you would know, Mr. Chinedu, I respond to emails within 72 hours. So if it's just this evening you send it to me, we're still within 72-hour period. So, but I'll see if I'm checking emails before I go to bed, because if you cannot tell, I'm tired. Has to be Nigeria. Oh, okay. So it's for my brother. He was approved and he's now in school, but there's a confusion as to him having to exit the US to get the F1. Now we're not sure if that has to. He can schedule a consultation. That's an easy fix. That's not a problem at all. He can schedule a consultation. Let me see the documents he has. He may not even necessarily need to go anywhere, unless he needs to. Unless he needs, in the sense of if he's traveling, he wants to travel, and obviously, if you leave the country, you need a visa stamp back in. If he's not leaving the country, he doesn't necessarily need a visa stamp as long as it's got an I-94. So if that helps to clarify things, it's great. If not, you can have him schedule a consultation. Is it right to file I-360 and 45 at the same time? If you are married to a citizen, you can. If you're married to a green card holder and the priority date is current, in the sense of they're working on cases at the time you're about to file your VAR petition, then yes. So actually, you would have to file your 485 in order for you to work while your VAR case is pending. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. How many years can an asylum take to get approved? Like a million years? It's taking forever, like 455 years, because yeah, it's, I'm not even sure you remember people file asylum anymore. I'm telling you, because it's like, yeah. Okay, perfect. Absolutely. I do that. I actually do more of B1 to F1 change of status than any other change of status category. So can asylum seeker travel advanced parole? You can apply for advanced parole, but it's got to be for a specific reason for asylum seekers. Okay. What's the timing for an I-130 application case status filed for brother since 2017? It's going to take another 2017 years for USCIS to approve it, but it's taken for outside of Mexico and China, I believe those two, and I'm not sure if the Philippines is included, but generally all other countries, it's an average wait of 15 to 17 years. So if you filed in 2017, your brother will probably be eligible to apply for their green card or the immigrant visa, the embassy, sometime in 2032. I didn't make the rules. That's what we're seeing. Okay. Let's see. All right. Is consultation free? No, it's not. This is the free version of consultation. My daughter has overstayed her permanent status for 7 years overseas. Can she re-enter? She can try. She can try and see if they'll let her in. Sometimes they do. And if she, obviously she's not going to qualify for citizenship anytime soon because of how long she's been out of the country. Okay. All right. Susie Lawyer. That's a new one. Are you from Akure? partially because partially, listen, my mom probably, I have to bring my mom one of these days. She just want to explain what exactly is my tribe. Because my paternal grandmother was a full-blooded Ondo Akure woman, right? Yaburu. My paternal grandfather was a full-blooded Yoruba man. My dad lived in the then Bendel State, and then after his dad passed, he moved to, I don't even know. And then my mom, partially. That's all I know. Yeah. What can I tell you? That's what it is. I went for my interview waiting green card. I just renewed my driver's license, and there is no limited term on it. It is for 8 years. Can I and my wife go on a cruise? Your driver's license is not advanced parole. As long as you have advanced parole, which is still valid for duration, at least for beyond the duration of your cruise. So driver's license doesn't allow you to. You have to understand cruises go outside the country. So what do you have to be able to come back into the country? That's where advanced parole comes into play. Okay. My mom says 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Yeah, man, get really, what would you even call? Because also on the episode I developed for like, and that's why I add the 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. I mean, it's a whole lot of, just make up your darn mind, parents. Like, what is it? So, what's my tribe? What's my tribe? I mean, it should be in the bio. Please help me answer. She don't vex. Because it's confusing. When people ask me, what is your tribe? And some people like, you're buying you could don't. It's not going to don't because it's not it's not supposed to be. We approved your I-360 card is being produced. Is that an E80 card or green card? E80 card. So congratulations on your I-360 being approved. That's an E80 card. That's usually the first indication that your I-360 has been approved. And so the same thing about this lady today. So let's wrap this up and just let me tell you about this amazing woman who has been waiting on God for. I came into her life when it was a complete mess. But we tried the best we could. Nigerian divorce decree. It's always a culprit. The Nigerian divorce decree. Sherry, it's about to do Nigerian divorce. And when I have a new case now, it's amazing how you're almost becoming even someone who authenticates documents, which I don't. But even when I'm looking at it, it's like I can't really tell you. So now what I've done is to have contacts back home that can actually authenticate this stuff for me, so that I can, they can tell me, because they practice family law that I don't. Tell me what I'm supposed to be looking at. But that was the issue in this case, and they said that was denied. And that was in November 2022. And obviously, listen, y'all have no idea when when the case is Miss 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. I got notification earlier on, so tell them for me till tomorrow. I'll get in touch with you. But when I got back home, I was looking through my emails and I saw your notification. 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. So and I told her, like, Miss, that's her initial. We could try to repeal, and someone was supposed to get us something. And whenever we get a denial, because that is just the nature of the game. It is what it is, y'all. I take it too personal. My staff is just like, it's a case. I know, but for me, it's not just a case. It's somebody's life. It's somebody's journey. It's going to have some impact into how does that person move forward, right? So that's because I've been through it. I know what it feels like. My mama would tell you because my siblings and my mom came here, they wanted to DV lottery. And for me, I was initially on the B1, B2, not knowing, okay, 6 months are almost up. What is the next step? Being in that state of mind can really, really bug you and drive you insane. But so when things like that happen, I check out for the whole day. Like I can't even function sometimes because it's like, now what? And then the next is like, okay, God, what's the direction? And this is what happened in her case. So like, you know what? The very last, we were waiting on some documents for the appeal, and someone who we had paid dropped the ball. I won't even say what their title is, but dropped the ball to the point where this appeal was received on the last day. You remember when we still had the COVID extension flexibility and all? It was on the last day of the extended period. And she was like, you know what? Let me just give. I'm like, no. See, you're talking to somebody who doesn't understand what it means to give up. That's foreign to me when doing it. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? He'll get denied. Okay, and we'll move on. What's the next? But they got it on the very last day of that 90-day extension. And the day, and so what we did was send it to I-290B. And once they got it at the Vermont Service Center, we had 30 days to submit the brief, and I went to work. And it was me and Jesus, because I was like, okay, this woman has got nobody else. She's got nothing else to fall back. She's got a son that is also dependent on this, and this divorce decree is a thorn in my throat. Like, tomato Nigerian divorce decree, I'm telling you, is when you have dreams of Nigerian divorce decree, and it was an argument that needed to be made. I was reading through even my brief again today, because you get and like, girl, do you even believe you? But when God decides to step in, that was what happened. So we're sending the brief 30 days later with the supporting documents, and I even I can be very, very. So they made an error, which is one of the things for USA on that. Now they made an error. And they said that it could not find her case on Hello Epic Movements on the Lagos State Judiciary website. However, she did not get divorced in Lagos. She got married. She got divorced in another state. She got divorced in a number state. So I took these people to school. I even sent them a map of Nigeria, like just in case you don't know. We've got 36 states in 36 states near me. See where Anambra is long east. Lagos. It's not the same. You ain't going to find a number of state divorce on Lagos. It's not happening. Like, I mean, I'm sure the person who was reading the original was just pissed off, right? Because they're just like, this person is just insulted and just denied the whole thing. And then I did it again on appeal. Like, y'all don't understand what I'm saying. And then you're going to say something that you didn't let us know the first time. No, we ain't going to. At the very least, send it back so we can address that issue. That's what I was hoping for. And then come July 2023, God decided that it's not just about one issue. The way that appeal decision came, I was like, only God. Only God. Because I sat down, I was like, wow. It was as if somebody decided that let's just write this. And it was an immediate, every issue that was the basis of denial was remanded back. Like, okay, we've accepted this. If there's no other issue, remand back, take action. Went back to Vermont Service Center. So since July 2023, it was me and them. I'm telling you, I'm sure in that Vermont Service Center, all those officers, if they see my email address, they're like, no, we're not dealing with her. I'm telling you, like, no, Konshanti. No. Who's taking her? I'm sure they, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Somebody's got to respond. And if I don't get a response in 30, 60 days, I'm sending you another email. Somebody's going to respond to me, whether you like it or not. And it got to the point that we're tired, like, okay, we're doing something back. And like, no, they already told y'all to send this back. Like, what's been going on? She's waiting, she can't renew, nothing. And I think they just got tired of us. And 2 weeks ago tomorrow was when we got the notification that we reopened your I-360, reopened the I-45. I woke up this morning, checking email. We've ordered your new card. Hey. And then Yahweh says, for all will see and know and consider all together that his hand alone has done it. It's not because of anything that I know. That God continued to increase that I may decrease. It is all to his glory because he knows our journey in this country. He knows how far we have come. I wish and I pray. I've got another lady, Miss G, that I'm just hoping that some miracle, God decides to favor her because of her and the children. Because our journey is not easy. People talk about Africans, Nigerians, Kenyans, and all that. Our journey is not easy. Where we're from is far away, but we start from scratch, believing and trusting only in God that has brought us this far in this foreign land. And there is no way, let's just keep. So, in all this, I say this, that his name alone be praised. My license tag is Iyanu. And I because I've seen God's wonders. Sometimes I don't understand because things don't go my way. But then I know his wonders would continue to make way for his own people. So in all this, just remember Miss Old story. It seemed impossible. It seemed it's because, I mean, how do you argue with what they're saying in the divorce decree? But then when God decides to make a way for you, there's nothing anybody can do about that. So if you are at the point where you are, amen, you are thinking, yes, you're thinking, okay, there's all hope is lost. Yes, Miss G, I join my faith with yours. All hope is lost, and you're thinking, okay, what's the way forward? The God of the impossible, God who is God all by himself, the one who shares the glory with no man, who is able to turn things around, the God of the suddenly. He is able to do that which seems impossible. Just don't give up. Just keep believing. One way may not work out. Okay. The next question is, okay, God, what's next? Because he wouldn't. There's no how we have come thus far for him to fail us. We cannot fail. And as long as we believe, so shall it be. I think someone's asking me a question real quick before I sign out. Notice receiving saying my interview for 45 was scheduled. I check the mailbox every day, but I still didn't receive any letter. Watch. Contact USCIS. That's what you would have to do. That's what you would have to do. When start counting eligibility for citizenship is it when you receive the conditional green card and when you receive conditional green card. Okay, so let's just continue to believe in faith, hoping he is still in the business of miracles. He never fails. You know, whatever name you call God, he's still the same God for all of us. Muslims, Christians, he is the same God we worship. We all come together in faith and in fellowship and trusting and knowing that our journey shall not be in vain. Our journey cannot be in vain, but it shall end in praise. And so that's why for me, Tuesdays and Thursdays, coming together and just speaking and declaring things and speaking it before we see it together and agreeing in faith. There is power in that. And I pray that God will meet each and every one of us at the very point of our needs. I'll see you guys on Thursday.